back to World Breakers, and our winner for the recap is Max, aka Torin. What happened last time?
Okay, so we were investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Great start.
It's all blending together. I can't remember. Can I pass it on to someone else? I legitimately cannot remember.
You weren't here.
I wasn't?
No.
Oh, that would
You
make
were
sense.
on a flight that got canceled.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
I had a very bad plane experience.
I win recap.
Alrighty then. Go ahead, just.
I do not want recap. I win that recap.
I thought you said I won.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yep,
My
I
brain
Just
just
plain
did
recap.
that.
That's all I got.
I was 2 steps behind.
Alright, so who wants to do recap then?
Go for it.
Evan.
Okay. So, me and the squad entered the bar because we had decided to investigate some leads from our fellow college students when all of a sudden the barkeep smiled at us, and that's obviously a red flag because this guy is about as cheery as a cactus every day. So, we quickly figured out that he was like an imposter, and then there was also, it was a dire wolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a dire wolf in storage and then an imposter in the front. So then we had to defeat both of them in order to kind of get the bar back under control. Then we scared all the patrons and sent them home so that we could continue investigating this imposter. And then now we also do have a dire wolf on a leash.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Max, Torin decided to investigate the Rose stage and basically the costume department to see if he could find the origins of the original attack. So we're going to start with you, Torin. You are in the theater. You see a few people here and there. Not unusual. But the costume department is behind the Rose stage, and it has on one side like props and stage equipment, and on the other side is just wardrobe. You do see a couple of people in wardrobe, but you don't see anyone in the props area. Where would you like to start?
I think I just want to try to do a little bit of reenactment of the day. I remember we were on stage when the attacks started. Correct. And I just kind of want to do like one of those things where like going back to the scene of the crime and trying to like close your eyes and see if there's anything that you missed, like something that you saw but you didn't process.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna try and figure out from my perspective if there's anything that I missed.
Okay, so you stand on the stage, which is not super uncommon. You have walked across stage here and there, but you can see that like before you get up there that there are a couple people like getting ready to rehearse a scene. So you kind of, rush up there, calm yourself for a second, take a deep breath, and roll a history check.
History. We're gonna use a great die. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
For a... Just 20. Straight 20.
20. You remember as you and the other members of your party were standing upon the stage, trying to get the clue to activate. You saw in the back of the room, as that time was all dark except for the lights on the stage. You couldn't see who, but you saw a person, medium build, so not super big. You know for a fact it's not a minotaur, it's not a dwarf or a halfling or a small creature. It is a medium build, carrying what looks like 2 trunks, one in each hand, which should not be possible. That sticks out to you. At the time, you thought they were just props. That's why they're so light. But now, as all of the events have unfolded, you think, if you can find that person, they might have some information. And as you're standing there, eyes closed, and thinking back to that day, you hear a very jolly and happy voice of someone you've heard before. You know of him, but never really interacted with him, as he has such a big personality. He is an elf. You know him to be Cadoris. And he goes, "Hello, Torin. It's so nice to see you again. I didn't know you were interested in acting."
Immediately go invisible.
Oh, I just had... All right, well, I guess he's changed his mind.
And 6 seconds I reappear because I did not think to move.
I am so glad to see you again. Since you are showing a little bit of interest in the arts, come with me. We'll get you fitted. You look like you could just play. And he kind of puts his finger on his chin and like looks you up and down. And as you see him kind of studying you, you sort of study him. He is of medium build, but he is elvish, and he has somewhat of a shaved, the left side of his head is shaved, and he has like a very floofy green and like orange hair that goes over the side. He has this confidence about him, the way he walks, that just, if there were ghouls and baddies and evil things that would to surround him, they would sort of cower in his presence. He's just that self-confident. And he goes, you look like you could be a great Robin Hood. That would be wonderful for you. You look like you would help the little man. What do you say?
Part of me is still reeling from the fact that he saw me, a person, like, in the theater. There's people who are backstage, and very obviously backstage people. And like, part of me is still trying to follow the logic of how he thinks that Torin wants to be an actor. But the other part is trying to size him up. So I'm just gonna, stuttering, I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'll give it a try if you think I can do it.
Great, that is so wonderful. Okay, we could run lines together. That would be amazing. It seems that all of these events all these events that keep happening have scared everyone away from the theater, and I don't understand why. Just because those chests were here and they attacked a few people doesn't mean that the arts are something to be down upon.
Yeah. So have a lot of people been quitting?
People have been exiting the school kind of rapidly. The last time this happened, well, I'm not an expert in history, but I do read up so that I can have my understanding of plays from the past and such. The last time an exodus of the school happened like this was over 300 years ago.
How about this? How about I have a couple chores to do backstage. How about you tell me about it and help me finish them up, and then we can go through some lines.
That would be wonderful. And he kind of grabs you on your shoulders, like one hand on each side, and just kind of like does the French kiss cheek to cheek and just squeezes you a little bit. It's like, this will be grand. And sort of walks to exit the stage. And then realizing that he's following you for your chores, and then stands there and just kind of waits for you.
Torin blushes a little bit, and just kind of ushers him backstage. I want to find some of the heaviest stuff to lift, and Torin, he is not strong at all, so but he wants to like pull back his strength, even like the little bit of strength he has, even more, and just try to gauge how strong is this guy. You know, like kind of not pull his weight.
He looks as if he would be strong. Like, he has muscles that you can tell. Mainly, you can tell that he has muscles because his clothes are very tight and form-fitting. All of his clothes match in a green and gold motif. Mainly green with gold accents. He goes to help you with a couple of things that you're moving that seem heavy. And as he does, he never touches it, but instead uses Mage Hand and other magical abilities, giving off the impression that this guy is probably never lifted a finger for manual labor in his life. But as he does magic to help you move things around, he's very gorgeous and looks like he is painting a picture with his hands to make these spells. In the air is like a lime green color of his magic, and it is very fractal, and you get circular and sort of like a table saw is what it looks like in the air. Lime green, and then fractals come out of it depending on what he's moving and what he's doing. But he seems to never really speak, or if he does, you don't hear it or see his lips moving. It seems to be all somatic, even though you know he is using spells that would have verbal components. So there is that little hint about him.
Okay. What did you say his name was again?
Cadoris Damelower. So Cadoras, and then his last name is Damelower. So Damellawar.
DM, sorry.
Damellawar.
Okay. I'm just gonna start pulling my weight a little bit more and get the work done that I had to. And I just want to do some small talk and see if he knows anything. I'm just gonna go so it was pretty bad that day. I mean, I was fighting the chests, but I didn't see where they came from or anything. Did you see anything weird that day? Someone in the theater that wasn't supposed to be there or something like that?
Honestly, I was supposed to be in orientation as well, and I was. I was there. Let's just say this outfit cannot get wet. So I was stuck on the first clue. So I'm sorry, I do not know where they came from. I do know that they were chests from the costume department, but I don't know who moved them. It couldn't have been a first year, right? I mean, we were all at orientation.
Mm. Just working in the theater department for a while. Are there any of the upperclassmen, or not first year students at least, that are directly work in the costume department that kind of fit the build of the person who was holding all those chests?
Not that you can think of, no.
Who's in charge of the costume department anyway?
Oh, just one moment. I'm looking at my notes. Now, I think the head this year, which is the first time this has ever happened, to my knowledge. Of course, I'm only a first year, so I do my research, but not about these things. But I did hear some upperclassmen saying that Quintelis is the only first year to ever have taken over the costuming department. They say he's kind of pretentious. I just think he's very passionate about his work, but to each its own.
Mm.
Now, would you
Okay.
like to run some lines?
Torn is dreading this part, but honestly, is growing mildly comfortable with this person, so Torn will do his best.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll a performance check.
Alright, time for the low roll. Performance 8.
8. He hands you a script, and you stumbled through it. You sound as if you are Evan telling the truth.
Oh, come on.
You just get really nervous, and he sort of puts his hand on your shoulders like, it's okay, take a deep breath, try again. passions sometimes overwhelm us and our vocal cords don't work properly. Try it again.
Can I roll with advantage since he's helping me?
Sure.
Oh, that's better. 15.
15. This time you feel a little more confidence as his passion for the arts is sort of rubbing off on you. And he goes, yes, that's exactly what I mean. See, you'll get it in no time. Out on the stage in front of thousands and thousands of people, all watching you.
There it is.
Torn shrinks a little.
And you, by your words and your actions, change a life.
Bruh, it's just Romeo and Juliet. Calm down.
And
Do I, like,
go ahead.
believe... Sorry, do I, like, believe him? Like, is he being genuine? Is he hazing me? Or is he, like, really this passionate about the arts?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Dude is all about some Hamlet.
That's an 8.
He is very, very passionate.
Okay.
And his
Torrid.
presence is like overbearing. Not in a bad way, but it is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And
Also,
go ahead.
Torn's a little flustered.
Yeah.
So.
As he says all of these things and you're looking over your lines and stuff, he pulls out a giant jar of pickled onions and just starts sitting down and just eating it, sort of looking at the lines, like giving you pointers, and this is where you should give the emphasis from your stomach. And just starts sitting. It's odd. He's eating pickled onions just on the mid stage, and he offers you some.
I'll take some.
Okay, they're good, and it's pickled onions, so
Yeah.
not much hope. But he's like, "This is my favorite meal of all time."
Meal.
Yeah, the entire jar. It's like a one of those really big mason jars.
Oh.
And with that, we're going to go back to the tavern. Tables broken. Someone is holding on to a rope lead upon the neck of a black dire wolf with one yellow eye, one blue eye.
Not it.
It's me. This guy's my bestie. Free dog.
Glasses broken. Coin taken.
I
Wait,
mean,
what?
it's a tip.
There was coin on the table, and Ben took it.
That's right.
Mhm.
Do we need to get out of here before the cops show up?
Maybe. I mean, should we make sure that the rest of it's clear before vacating?
Sure, if we want to do one last sweep. See if there's a second direwolf in the other storage closet.
I think the word that I heard a lot of people talk about, especially during Friday rush hour, is a thing called dibs. And I think that means possession. So, possession on the next wolf.
Okay.
With that, you hear the wolf start to growl.
What did you do?
And begins to, you hear cracking of bone and the wolf
No.
begins to change,
No, really. What are you doing?
growing
I don't think-
smaller and twisted, contorted, until a humanoid figure, sort of elvish in nature, is there naked instead.
Aw, this got weird. Oh no. Oh no, this got weird. I think that Evan immediately drops the leash just because it's weird now.
Uh,
Can all lupine creatures do this?
and the person's like, no. What happened? Why am I? And he sort of picks up like a dropped bag that was on the ground and just sort of like covers himself. How did I get here? In the tavern? Did I break all these things?
Well, no,
Yeah.
that was oh yeah, you did. You have to pay for this if they
Deception
need.
check.
Yeah.
Deception check.
Okay.
Am I helping or am I making a roll also?
You're making a roll also.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I rolled a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. What are mods for deception? It 8.
Okay. I still beat what I rolled. Oh man. Oh no.
I mean, that's only if they catch us, though, right?
I'm pretty fast. Ed just starts to run. And I'm gonna
Wait.
1 second.
I think Evan just screams, "No, you're naked!"
Yeah.
With that, he sort of looks back and trips over one of the fallen chairs.
Ooh.
Ass over tea kettle, just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, ouch.
I'll go help him up.
Has anybody got some clothes?
I mean, back at my dorm.
Evan, cast clothes.
That's not a spell!
It is.
It is now.
What
It
do I
has
have?
been.
It's a cantrip. Everybody knows it.
Everyone knows the spell cast clothes.
Are you being for real right now, or are you
Yes.
guys just...
No, it's
Oh,
for real.
okay.
It started as a joke at the beginning of last campaign because so many of the monk kept getting dipped in acid and stuff and losing his clothes.
Okay, then I guess Evan casts clothes and just whips this guy up like some... like the equivalent of basketball shorts and like a t-shirt, but like in the of the era, just like comfy clothes.
Thanks, man.
Anytime, bro. What's your name?
Oh yes. Give me 1 second. It was here. It was my name. See, I'm not sure. Depends on who you ask.
What is your human name then when you're out and about?
We're asking you?
Well, see, my mom calls me one thing, and then like my dad's family calls me something else, and then like, there is like this. Some people say the chosen one, but that's not really a name. It's more like a title.
Yeah,
then,
I know. That's just like being a frat leader.
Yeah, and then like my uncle says that I can't be the greatest warrior because he is the greatest warrior. So
Jealous.
yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm working on it. But you could call me Shay. It's short for my name.
Shay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Shay.
Yeah.
So you're just like, so he's Am I just getting the vibe that this kid is just like mixed?
Yeah.
And he's got like yeah.
Yeah. So
And he's got like
something.
this is my white name and then this is like my like my family name.
Yeah, he is at this you can see that he's sort of like half elvish. But he looks more half drow. Whereas his
Cool.
skin tone is more like an ashy gray.
Big ups to Shay. I personally feel like I'd like to invite Shay to the dorm so that we can talk in a not broken bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure Yavanish is okay. You guys can go ahead.
Okay. Are we going to my dorm then, I guess?
I mean, it's a little forward of you, but I mean, we could just hang out.
Yeah, that's what I was. What were you thinking, Shay? What was on your mind?
I have no idea. I don't know
Okay.
what happened like the past 24 hours, and you said I broke a bar, and I would not like to be here when people show up.
Why? You in trouble with the law, Shay?
No.
Ooh, I like the way you
Inside
said that like
check.
you were
Yeah.
lying.
Go ahead and make some
Insight
insight
check.
checks.
Oh, balls. What's my insight? 9.
I got an 11 on my insight.
Seems legit.
Mm-hmm. What was yours, Imran?
9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's truthful. He is not. He just tells the truth like Evan. It's very hard to read him. He always sounds like he's lying.
Oh, twinning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Evan is going to take Shay to his dorm, and Imrian is staying behind with Yavanish, check on him.
Yep.
And he just seems dazed as well. You could probably actually make an insight check, both of you.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Yep.
Nat 20 insight on my boy.
17.
17. You can both infer, it wasn't a super high check, but you could both infer that Shay is acting strange. He's like, I don't remember the last 24 hours. And Yavanish looks very discombobulated. Whatever happened to them, it has scrambled their brain a little bit.
Do we get the feeling that the same thing happened to both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have the spell for it? I don't think I do. I do not. Okay. Are you guys headed off to the dorm now?
I think so.
Okay, then once Yavanish is alone, I'm just gonna ask him. So, the past month and a half has been really, really weird. More so in the last week. I'm gathering this is probably not the best time to ask. But is any of this normal?
Are you asking Yavanish or are you asking Shay?
I'm asking Yavanish. I had assumed that Shay went to the dorm with Evan.
Okay. Yes. Yavanish is like, no. I mean, we have incidents all the time due to people practicing magic. It's a magic school.
Yeah, but this seems really, really, really weird. And like, I come from really, really weird. So, I mean, I kind of got a stronger stomach of it than most, but this just doesn't seem right. This isn't what the welcome packet had in it whenever we got here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Could could you maybe like untie me?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll untie him.
Thanks. And he starts like rubbing his wrists a little bit. Um, yeah, it's not normal for this many things to happen right after each other. This seems like some kind of disease that has escaped from something. I'm not sure what it is. This isn't my specialty.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of know everybody, especially working here. You kind of meet more people than you would naturally, I guess. Uh, so you have no idea what's going on, like at all?
No, I I mean, I know a lot of people, but I'm not like, friends with a bunch of people. I mean, there's you, and then, well, there's you, and then I just kind of work and go to school, and I'm, you know, I, I'm more of like an artifact person. I like to study artifacts. I think they're cool. I'd like to work in a museum. That'd be nice. But like,
That would be kind of cool.
yeah. And then, but this goo, I've never seen it before. It's not like something out of, like sometimes a necklace or like a jewelry box or some kind of, I don't know why, but it's always jewelry. And, an earring or something. These things can like curse you or send, ghoulies after you. But this goo thing doesn't seem like it came from an artifact because no one attack has. They're all different. If it came from an artifact, they would all have the same signature.
Yeah, but it's all the goo. So
The a gook, it's an organic creature. I thought that's what Harriet said. It was an organic creature. It was like man made, but it's still a creature.
yeah, I think it's some kind of bastard form of plasmoid, but I'm still working that one out because plasmoids are usually rather friendly and docile, and this one just seems mad.
Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
You should totally ask him about the bracelet.
You're getting ahead of me. Yeah, but plasmoids don't really work in this kind of stuff. So, hey, do you think an essence of a creature can be put into an artifact?
There
Do
are
you think like I mean, okay, you got like properties of magic, right? We learned that in our very one and actually only class that we've actually had here. Uh which kind of breaks down some stuff, but it's criff and confusing. And can you transfer one thing and put it into an object? Let's say, a bracelet for no specific apparent reason.
you want to put a creature inside a bracelet?
And you,
It's been done. I mean, there's been different kinds of gems and such that you could store a person in it. Uh, if they're like on the brink of death and you're trying to get them to a physician, but or get them to a cleric of some kind. You can put them in this gym to transfer them so they don't get like any. It's like a stasis. It's not like they're not like living inside the gym. Or like I guess they're kind of living. And you see him sort of look up as he's like trying to recall the information. And he starts sort of going, there's also like prisons. You can, prison a soul into an object if it's like you don't want to kill them, or say they're like a powerful lich of some kind.
What's that?
It's like this undead wizard who they want to live forever, so they're like super evil and dark and necrotic, and a lot of times they get trapped in bracelets and necklaces, rings. It's a lot of times it's rings, because I think wizards just have an obsession with rings. I don't know why.
Yeah, I noticed that. All of the professors here seem to kind of be like really jeweled out.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. Can off that insight check, that first one, does it seem like kind of steering the conversation in a means of like kind of going through some of the things he knows, and that's loosely relevant to the fuckery that's going on? Is that kind of like bringing him back to focus, or
Yeah,
is he still kind of fuzzy?
You can see he's kind of like regaining himself, sort of
Okay.
remembering or picking a topic that he knows a lot about, which is artifacts,
Mm-hmm.
and making him use that logical part of his brain, is sort of bringing him back to who he is. And he
Okay.
goes, there's also another thing, like, I'm not sure if it's relevant, like, but you can trap creatures inside, gemstones and such, right? But
Mm-hmm.
just like you can have like, sending stones, which is like a message where I could talk into this rock and then like you hear it like miles and miles away. There
That's
are
cool.
there are objects like that can be linked to two different people. Like talismans can be linked to two different people. Warlocks do it all the time if they have like um a really best friend or whatever. They can use a talisman to protect that friend or to link themselves to that person. So I assume that other magical creatures could do that as well.
Huh. So two creatures link off of a specific item or a set of specific items.
Right.
Huh. Okay. That's something. I bet Torin will know more about that. They're kind of a badass, so.
Torin, the scrawny one.
Yeah, but did you see him fight?
No.
Yeah, that's going to be something you're going to have to see later for another time when you're feeling better and stuff. Yeah. Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get some rest. I'm gonna call the owner of the tavern and tell him to close it down today, and we'll try to make sure that we got all the goo out so nobody else is contaminated.
Do you need help with that?
I think I'll be okay. You've
Well,
done enough.
you shouldn't be around the goo in the first place, especially since whatever the criff happened in the last 12 hours.
I'll be all right. And he sort of pats you on the shoulder. Finn.
Yep.
You saw Evan leave the tavern with a half dark elf
Oh,
individual.
oh,
And he gives you sort of like a wave. You see inside the tavern, Imrian is talking to Yavanish a little bit, and they're clearing up. Like they're ending their conversation, and Imrian's starting to leave towards you. Is there anything you do while you're by yourself for a few seconds?
I don't think so.
Okay. Imrian, you come out of the tavern and you see Finn sort of standing there.
You feeling okay?
Yeah, it, things went a lot smoother than I expected.
All right. Um. Uh. Evan took the man wolf. I'm not entirely certain. Still working that one out. Back to the dorm if you wanted to catch up with him.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay. Evan, as you're walking with Shay, you see Torin walking out of the biblioplex, which is where the Rose stage is, and he's walking with another person unknown to you, a person with green and gold on and half shaved head, floofy green hair pulled to the side.
I think that Evan will wave, but I don't know. I don't know if Evan would like beckon them over because I think that Evan's just kind of like focused on talking to Shay about what's going on with them more so than like catch up information.
Okay. You wave. Do you do anything back, Torin? Do you decide to join the group or?
I don't know if Torin immediately notices his friends. I think he's a little developing a little bit of a crush and is just kind of focused on Cadoris.
Okay. The rest of you make it back to the dorm, and sort of on the way, Shay's is talking. I don't know. I just one minute I was um he's like, I don't know what happened. I was just in the tavern, and the next thing I know, I'm in the tavern but naked. Um
But you remember going to the tavern like of your own free will?
yeah, it was after class, and I was
Was
meeting
it
a few friends there, but I don't remember actually seeing them.
so it wasn't just you and the bartender when it like when your memories blanked out?
No. Um I I remember there being people in the bar in the tavern.
Can I ask you a semi-related question?
Mhm.
The wolf thing. Is that you've always been able to do that, or was that like you just got spelled the shit out of?
Okay. So here's the thing. That's kind of rude to ask.
Sorry. I thought it. I honestly was thinking lycanthropy.
Yeah. Kind of like that, but a little bit different.
That's good. I just wasn't sure if you got like transformed against your will or anything, because like that's its own whole deal.
Yeah. But the thing is, if we became like better friends, we might talk about it. But I think we're trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah. No problem. I just want to just trying to get everyone on the same page. I wasn't trying to pry or anything. My bad. But do you remember what you drank? Do you think someone might have slipped you something in your drink, maybe?
He stops for a second as you guys are walking, and it's like, I don't remember drinking anything. I came in the tavern. Was greeted. Everyone's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I kind of waved, and then that's all I remember.
That's so.
And then I
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to figure out what's in common between you and the barkeep, because you were the only two that affected. So if it wasn't a potion, then it had to have been a spell. But how? Why just you two out of all the people in the bar?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Also, you were in a storage closet, so I don't know how that happened.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. I'm just trying to figure it out. In my head, which is hard for me.
Emery and
What would
Finn.
you...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
Emery and Finn, make a perception check.
Yep. 14.
Finn?
My bad. I'm working on it. My bad.
Okay. Sorry. Thought maybe you muted yourself or something.
22.
Okay. And you said yours was a 15, Imran?
14.
14. 14 and 22. Okay. Imran, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You do see Torin talking to some dude. You see that he sort of just doesn't notice your existence as you guys are walking. And Shay is talking about how he doesn't remember anything. Seems legit. Yavanish seemed a little confused as well. Finn, you notice that Shay has short hair, and at the base, underneath where his hair is, you see a small symbol. It looks like it could be branded on the back of his neck, and it's the same symbol you saw the night of the gas attack.
Okay. So it's one of the. So it's possibly one of the three that was I saw during that.
Possibly. You never got to see their faces. You just knew that they were humanoid. Um, they could be elvish or human in nature, but you never got to actually see their faces because they were wearing hoods.
Right. And what was stated before this? So they were saying they were acting like they didn't know each other, or
He was saying that basically Evan's been asking him like questions to try to figure out how he could have got infected. And he doesn't remember anything after walking into the tavern and just sort of saying hi.
at least so he's trying to play stupid. Ideally,
That's what you could believe. It's it's sort of hard to read him, but you do notice the branded symbol on the back of his neck.
so is there like a piece of paper in front of him, or honestly, I'll just draw with a pencil or whatever charcoal on the table, just the symbol straight up. If you never, this is the first time this ever happened to you, what does this mean?
Oh, so you're gonna draw the
I'll just
symbol
draw the symbol.
and show it to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Make an insight check.
No, 12.
Well, he doesn't seem to have a reaction of recognition. And he sort of just goes, I've never seen that symbol. Why? Is it important?
Um, have you, and I'll just say it straightforward, be like, so I noticed you during the gas attacks when all the fires were breaking out and things were blowing up, and
Mm-hmm.
you and two other buddies were all together, and you all had these little brands on you. I couldn't make out your faces, but I noticed this brand again, and it's on the back of your neck. Be like, so are you gonna be honest with me and tell me what this means?
I don't know what that means. The the night of the gas attack, I was knocked unconscious and quite frankly saw some very horrendous things that I would not like to relive. And he sort of shudders.
Insight check.
All right, roll an insight.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I hope
Forgetting
it's
what my
good.
insight is. It is good. 19.
19. All right.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to be telling the truth, especially about the horrendous things that he saw.
Did you get gassed?
Yes,
I
I was one of the first people to get gassed. It was not okay. We were having a study group and there were four of us there and we were gassed and it was horrible.
I got gassed. OMG, dude.
It was like my face was melting off.
It was like my face was on everyone else's face.
That seems a little more easier to deal with than my face melting off and just being bones. Um, but
Okay. Well,
but
I wasn't. I was just trying to relate. I wasn't trying to like compare. It's not a competition, just an experience, right?
It's not a competition, but if it was, I would win.
Look like a true Shay.
Okay, but imagine this. Imagine you wake up one day and you find out you're a quadruplet. That's gonna fuck you up a little bit, right? I'm just saying, different
Yes,
strokes, different things, you know?
yes, and
One's
my
cosmic
family would be
horror,
very strange.
yeah. One's
Evan's
familial
just been
horror.
having an identity crisis.
I feel like we've drastically went off topic.
Mm-hmm.
My fault. Yeah, I can admit that. But if you were a victim of the gas, what are the symbols then? How do you know about the symbols?
I don't know about the symbols. I just said
Also,
that.
also, if you were first to be gassed, then you were close by to where this all started and kicked off.
Maybe,
What-
yeah. I don't know if it was like the actual first person to be gassed. There was multiple places they got hit, that I was told. So I don't know if ours was the first to go off, but I mean,
Did you see a boom, or were you just hit by the gas?
we were just hit by gas. I didn't hear
Okay.
any explosions. Well, I did hear explosions, but they weren't close.
Can I ask one of you guys to check and see if I've got a symbol on me?
I'll look and see if there's an appropriate or the same symbol.
All right, investigation check.
Yep.
Torin, make a perception check as these guys are kind of walking past you, and then like they're stopping and giving Evan like a full rub down.
16.
16. You look and you find nothing. Evan has no symbols on him.
Okay, I take my shirt off.
Okay, Evan takes his
Evan
to make
now
sure.
shirtless. Evan now shirtless has no
Just to make
symbols
sure.
on.
There are no symbols on Evan. But I mean, there's not the brand on Evan, but there is.
But now
a
Evan
mark.
is cold.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the mark?
The mark looks like 3 scratches on his back, like his left shoulder blade.
Does it look like it was done by the wolf, or does it look similar to how the brand looks? So, like they were maybe applied the same way.
It looks like a brand. But it's 3 3 what would be claw marks in design with a circle around it. It's a different brand than what Shay has on him. Shay's has it's sort of like a skull. It's a loose skull shape is what Shay has on him.
Yeah, you got a mark too. It's not the same one,
No.
but it looks like it's the same type, just the different shape. Yours looks like claw marks.
I promised my mom I wouldn't get any tattoos in college.
Well,
Fuck.
if it helps, this is more of a brand.
Do you think that's a good distinction when I tell her?
Probably not.
Damn it. Okay. Well, what about you? If I've got one, you've probably got one. You've been here longer than me.
I rolled a 10. I don't know what that means.
It's just sort of you can see these guys that Evan has taken his shirt off and is sort of like yelling at oh my goodness.
What?
Is someone
Does someone
just
fall asleep?
Justin, are you sleeping?
that sounded like a yes snore to me.
That
Yeah.
happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I'm not gonna call any names like Max.
What?
I'm gonna mute him, and if he comes back,
I'm just gonna see this scene and go, oh goodness, they've picked up another stray. Would you like to meet for... I'll see you later. And he runs off.
wait.
Hey, wait! We're trying to figure out. We found something.
Oh, no, he runs away from Cadoris to the rest of them and
Okay.
to you guys.
Okay.
Which is like 60 feet away, so he just walks behind you.
Oh my goodness. Torn wishes to be dead.
Hey, we found something. Maybe relevant. Maybe not relevant. No idea.
I got
But-
a tattoo.
I can't leave you guys alone for 10 minutes.
Well, to be fair, it's been a couple hours,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel like that's better.
It's something.
And at this time, you guys see, you see, Cadoris is following, and sort of like fluffy hair blowing in the wind. He gives like a wave and like a sort of crooked smile, and it's like, "Hey, why are you naked?"
I got a tattoo or a brand or look, and I think that Evan just turns around and points at it.
He walks up to you and sort of puts his like hand like tracing it. It's like, interesting. He gets really close. Why a brand?
Because I didn't get it.
It's right here on your back.
It just showed up. I didn't choose it. It's here.
Interesting.
Did you get gassed?
Is what?
Evan,
not-
you
that's
can't
not a
just ask
euphemism.
people. Evan, you can't just ask people if they were part of a major traumatic experience.
Well, I was a part of it. You can ask me. You ask me first, and then I can ask you.
That's how that works.
Were you gassed?
Yes, I was. Were you gassed?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, thank you for being so concerned. Okay, I was just like, what are the odds that like everybody I meet today got gassed? I don't. I was just curious.
I'm gonna insight check him when he says no, he didn't get gassed.
Okay.
15.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okie doke.
Where are my manners? Everybody, this is Cadoris. He is part of the theater department.
Hi,
Cadoris. This is Evan
Hi.
and Fen, the one falling asleep over there, and Imbrian.
Hello.
And this is Shay.
Aye.
Yes. I assume we met Shay under unfortunate circumstances that might get us expelled.
He was
Pretty
locked
much.
in a
Yeah.
yeah.
Shay-
he was,
Shay's the wolf.
he was
Wolf?
locked in a
Could you
s-
just
he
not
was locked.
say that so
Yeah.
loud? That's like,
Is it bad? Is it bad to be that?
You got that dog in you.
also
Okay.
offensive.
Are we being metaphorical here, or
No, guy was a literal wolf.
He was locked in a storage closet. How about that? Is that better? Would you prefer to be that guy?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
I don't think I want to know tonight.
Well, we learned that I've got this sick, well, it's sick in the sense that I don't like it and it's kind of icky tattoo, which it's not a tattoo. I'm 0 for 2 right now, but, I think we need to check and see because Shay's got a mark on him that he didn't get, and I've got a mark on me that I didn't get.
Did everybody get a tattoo?
Doubtful.
Well, when's the last time you checked?
That's a fair point.
Are we about to take everyone's clothes off? This is Kador's sort of. He's got his hand on his chest. Sort of, if he was wearing pearls, he would be clutching them at this moment.
Is he doing so in a sense of like he doesn't want to take his clothes off, or like he's all
Insight
about
check.
some public indecency?
Insight check.
Of course, this is the one I rolled the natural 18 for. Modded 20.
He's intrigued, but not willing to catch a charge.
I mean, we could go back to the dorms.
Shay's like, I
don't know. I
thought that's where we were going, and then you just started getting naked.
I get distracted easily.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Are we going,
Everybody
or are we?
check to see if you have a brand tonight, and if you did get one, share it with us in the morning.
No, that won't work because mine is on my back. I could never see it on my own.
Use a mirror.
Okay.
So defeated.
Kadorus looks to Tor and is like, it's a little wet blanket of you. I saw you as more adventurous than that. You were just, Robin
Me.
Hood. So
Why were you robbing hoods?
That's a 10. I don't know what to do with a 10. Torn is like, what time is it right now?
it's like midday.
It's getting late, guys. We should go to bed.
Torn is legitimately about to go to bed too. Do you guys want to get lunch?
Yeah. I like lunch.
We probably shouldn't go to the cafe, though, huh?
Why forever not?
Isn't it still busted?
Oh, I don't know. We could always try. There are a few restaurants here on campus if you want to go there. Or we could go back, go back to our dorms. You could.
No, the only thing to eat at the dorm is a pissed off tomato.
Yeah, that is
Interesting.
true.
I mean, I have more jars of onions if anyone likes them.
I don't like the term more, considering I have no context for this.
Yeah, and I don't really know what that is, so maybe not.
Let's go get pizza.
Oh yes, pizza is great. And Shay's like, what's pizza?
Yeah, what's that?
Okay, so imagine it's a dough, it's a breaded dough, rolled thin, stays pretty flat with a tomato paste or a tomato sauce on top, cheese, and then toppings of your choice.
My choice. Got it. Where do we go?
If they have
Yep. I'm with that.
typically a cheese, meat, or vegetables.
Yes, me, Shay, I will pick the best toppings for all of everyone's pizza. Let's go.
We could get it by the slice. Okay. We go to Ye Old Pizza Hut.
Make an investigation check to look for a ye old Pizza Hut.
Yield
old
Pizza
Pizza
Hut. Investigation. Okay. I got a 6.
There are no ye old Pizza Huts. However, there
Damn.
is a in like each campus has its own sort of like food court, and you guys are on the central campus currently. So you just go to the food court and where there's like just a not necessarily a food court, but like a string of restaurants. And there is one that sells pizza. It is ran by a goblin. He looks very old, even by goblin standards. Wrinkly, teeth going in all directions, ears sticking straight out, perpendicular to his head. And he has a cul-de-sac that goes, or his hair goes around the side, and in the back he has a long ponytail. It's like, welcome, welcome. Pizza pies for your pie hole.
I feel
That's
like that's
exactly.
expensive, but let's go.
It's exactly where I want my pizza pies.
All right,
In my pie hole.
what would you like for the toppings? And Shay goes, okay, so I would like anchovies and onions and rat tails. Also, could you put all of the spice on there?
All of the spice.
Mm-hmm.
Allspice?
The goblin goes, yeah, I can put all that stuff on there, but it's gonna cost you extra because, you know.
No, I don't.
Well, I have to catch the rats and chop their tails
Oh, they're
off.
fresh caught.
Yeah. It's not something people ask for, so we don't just keep them.
You know, not a lot of places do fresh rat anymore. I appreciate that.
Mm.
It's a lost art.
Anything else?
Could we get a plain cheese?
Yes, I was going to. I was going to beg.
He is half drow.
Oh no.
So the goblin's like, right. Anything else?
Pepperoni.
All right, that's gonna be 14 gold.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, is that? Sorry, with the prices this college campus charges, you know. Inflation.
Oh, first years. And he sort of slaps his knee and goes behind the counter and starts making pizza. You smell putrid smells. And finally, he brings this horrid pizza out to Shay, who eats it like it's nobody's business. And then he finally brings out the 2 cheese pizzas and a pepperoni, sets it on the table. All right, you lovebirds, you get your that's the wrong terminology. Oh, you eat the pizza and shut up. And he walks away.
Okay.
He didn't charge us.
Yeah, I did. Right?
No, he
He
didn't.
said 14 gold, and I take the pizza and the cheese pizza and walk away. Is there anyone else in this restaurant?
No.
Hey.
Is
we
there
found a
something
hidden
wrong
gem.
with the pizza?
I'm not even going to investigate that. I think that Evan's just going to eat the pizza and not ask questions.
It's delicious.
Perfect. Do we want to eat here? Do we want to eat at the dorm and then like figure out the next, game plan?
Shay's like, well, I don't really have much more that I can help you guys with. So I'm just gonna eat my pizza. And you see, like, in the corner of his teeth, he's got like a piece of rat tail sticking out.
Oh, there's plenty more you could help us with, Shay. I need to know what dorm are you in? Like, what's your house?
Like my house.
Yeah.
Well, my house is in Nightfen, but
Okay. But like what? Like, are you Strixhaven?
oh,
No, sorry,
like
not sorry. That's the name of the entire school.
oh,
Well,
okay.
obviously you are. Or
Um, Silver Quill mainly because like it's funny.
I don't get it.
It's not. I mean, it not be might not be funny to you guys. It's kind of funny to me. That's why I picked it. I don't really know. Um, I'm just an exchange student out of
Hey,
good
me
faith, I
too.
believe. Yeah.
okay, so are any of us in Silver Quill? I think I am
Just you.
also Silver Quill.
Most
Every
of us are Prismari.
yeah.
Yep.
Everyone else is oh, no. Finn is Witherbloom.
um, did I have the chance to ask Kadoris what school he's in?
You did. You did not. Um, I did put a an image of him in the chat. If
Ooh.
if you guys wanted to see what he looked like with his floofy hair blowing in the wind.
Very nice.
Oh, dang. He's got art.
So, you didn't ask him. You do know that he's a first year, as well as you are.
Well, I'll ask. Kadoris, what house are you in?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I am in Quadrix, and he sort of swirls his hands about, and you see symbols pop in the air of a lime green color swirling in factorals. Very beautiful, as if he's making a sculpture with his own magic.
Ooh. And then I know that on the night of the gas, there was one of the houses, like one of the schools, it looked like some of their students were all matchy matchy. Do you
Um,
know, was that yours? Or.
yes, but to be fair, we were having a costume party. You know, us actors like to do this all the time. We like to get together and then everybody dresses up as the same character, group of characters, and then we vote on who's the best, which is always me, of course. But we have to let everybody compete. I mean, it would be rude for me just to always win without competition.
So that wasn't some like cult thing?
Oh no! I mean, some do say that actors are cult members because they are slaves to their craft, but to each its own.
Evan, you can't just ask people if they're part of a cult.
I just did, and it was fine.
What if they ask you first? Try asking him first.
Ask me if I'm part of a cult.
Are you part of a cult? Torin, your friends are
Not-
very strange.
Not yet, I'm not. No one's asked. Didontis, it's a joke.
Is that an invitation?
um,
So,
It's a joke. We have fun here. It's a joke.
so are we checking for tattoos? Honestly, I thought it was much later, and I thought we were all going to bed.
It's okay. You're just a sleepy guy. Yeah, let's go back to the dorms and just check and see if any of us have any other branding.
I mean, No one's here, but we can check here, I guess.
In the restaurant?
No one's here.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm already clear, so it's up to you guys where you feel comfortable doing it.
I just kind of, like, lift my hair and turn around and, like, look down my shirt and, like, lift the back and is there anything?
Make an investigation check. Kadorsh is gonna kind of come up to you. Would you like some help? And he kind of like holds your hair out of the way.
I feel like this should be disadvantaged. That's a 3. I mean, does he find anything?
That's a 4.
Does he find anything relevant?
That's a 4. So there's. He looked clear to me, and he's like speaking like right next to your ear. It's not in a whisper, but it's very close.
I mean, I couldn't find
Imrian,
anything.
you're up!
Hold on, I didn't find anything on me until I took my shirt off.
I lifted my shirt.
Torrin's just
Can Evan-
completely red.
Can Evan take a look?
Does the brand appear when the skin turns red?
No.
You said it was investigation.
Yeah.
Warren
Okay.
did get gassed, right?
I got a
Yes.
12.
12. Torrin doesn't seem to have anything on him.
Cheater. Okay, so
Imrian!
Hmm?
yeah, your turn.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I go straight for the taking off the shirt. I don't bother with the self-diagnosis thing. I just go straight to taking it off.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll
I'll-
investigation checks for those who are
I will
checking
check.
him out.
Nat 20.
He
I rolled a
also,
15.
He also does not have any markings on him.
What? It's just me?
Anything?
Nope.
Can we check Finn while he's asleep?
I feel like that's
Is that it? Can we check Finn without taking any clothes off, just like to see if any visible skin has any marks?
No, you just see his, his bracelet.
Oh, we got the bracelet back?
No,
no.
it's still on him.
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
Imrian
embedded
said
in
it's
his skin.
under the skin. Yeah.
He's waiting for the clerics to come and try to help him.
Right.
Okay.
The only one?
Currently, that you know of.
You're just that special.
Can I ask one of you guys to like draw out what the symbol looks like for me?
Yeah. I'm actually going to Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Minor illusion. I'm gonna make a minor illusion of the brand.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like 3 claw marks inside a circle.
Okay. Can Evan is fluent in thieves' cant and also like language of thieves. So like can he like kind of cross reference that and see if this symbol is like kind of shorthand for any like anything in that world?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check.
Okay.
Does this pop off any religious iconography?
I got a 7.
Nope. No, this doesn't seem religious.
I got a 7 on my history. Is that just like I don't know idea?
You haven't
Are-
seen the symbol before.
Are to be symbolic, or would I maybe recognize what kind of animal they'd come from?
You can either make a history or a nature check.
All right, nature, because it has a plus as opposed to history. 5.
5.
It's a burn mark.
Yeah.
What about would it be like I got marked like by a ranger or something, like hunter target or whatever that's called?
That's plausible.
Oh no, I don't want that.
Oh, wait, did someone already check to see if it's magical?
No.
No one's
no.
checked to see if it was magic.
Do I don't have the spell Hunter's Mark, but I'm probably aware of.
Yes.
Would this be something like that?
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana 19.
19. Yes, this is akin to Hunter's Mark.
Oh no, someone's marked you. Does anyone have any dispels?
No, but I could blast it with lightning.
That wouldn't
Oh.
help.
That would blast me with lightning.
Someone's
It would blast the mark too, and it may disrupt it.
And it would also disrupt me.
Is the mark the same as is the one on Shay the same as
No.
the one on Ep?
Is
Okay.
it the same style?
But is it part of the same spell?
Like, could it be someone else's, like a different person's mark?
Yeah, it could be someone else's, because the brand is completely different.
But it is also a hunter's mark.
No. It's a similar spell, but it's not Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Someone is definitely magically tracking you, Evan. And if they find you, they can they can pack an extra punch. I'm not sure if that's the same thing for you, Wolfman, but
Would you please, with the wolf, cut it out?
sorry.
Closet man.
They introduced you that way, and
Well,
I didn't mean
Closet
to
man.
be rude.
I mean,
It's Closet Man.
yes.
He was in the closet.
Yes.
Closet Man.
Closet
I mean,
man.
I feel like it's rude to assume.
But here's the thing. No one is supposed to know that I have my wolf. Okay? So, that's on the down low. And if you go around telling people that, I might have to kill you. Or
We're not allowed to have pets on campus.
I'd like to see you try.
I'm scared.
You're pretty skinny. I think I could take you.
I have 6
And-
HP.
And he sort of gives a cheeky smile. And
I don't have any constraint. Is he currently holding a slice of pizza?
he is, and Kadoris sort of goes, "Hold on, man. I think that one's spoken for."
The pizza?
Who's speaking?
That was Kadoris that said that.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not understanding. Sorry.
Shay basically said he could whoop you, and you're like, "No, I can take care of myself. I'm badass." And he goes, "We'll see about that." And Kadoris goes, "No, that one's spoken for."
Yeah, Torin is really a badass, though.
And actually, Torin currently does not have any self-restraint and is going to just kind of flick his finger in the direction. Do you guys hear an echo?
A
A
little
little
bit.
bit.
Yeah.
He's just gonna flick his finger towards Shay and Ray of Frost his pizza.
Oh, not the pizza.
Shay will pour on some pepper flakes and just bite into it.
Ooh.
Blast the wolf, man, but leave the pizza. Have some self-respect.
Nah, the pizza can't get away. It's too fast.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say that we should dispel some tension a little bit here. I think that we need to try and figure out who those hooded figures were back from the gas attacks.
Well, does anyone know how to get rid of this hunter's mark?
Is there a way that we could track where it's coming from so then we can track them because they're trying to track me?
Well,
Would I
magic
know how to
knowledge-
reverse the spell?
Yeah!
Cadorus goes, well, I can dispel it, but then you won't learn anything.
If you dispel it, then they'll know we're on to them.
Yes. But I
So-
mean, they could be like listening in, right? I'm not really sure how Hunter's Mark works. I'm not one that deals in that kind of magic, but I can get rid of it if you like.
It's less of knowing what they're doing and what they're saying, and it's more of an apt way of knowing the location of your target.
So they're being tracked.
Yes.
Is it indefinite?
Do I know how long Hunter's Mark lasts?
It depends on what level it's cast at, I believe. Like if you cast it at a higher level, I think it lasts longer. Hold on.
I mean, it could last up to an hour. Did anyone cast a spell at you while you were fighting in the bar?
Oh, I don't remember. I remember I was being really sneaky the whole time.
Yes, I'm sure you were very sneaky.
Super. Yeah. Who
I
do we go to about this?
Do we
we go
want
back
to
to the-
dispel this?
Can we go to the library first and see if there's a way to reverse it?
Well, hang on. If Evan is being tracked, that means somebody's coming to Evan, right?
Not
So,
necessarily. They might just not want to know where he is.
oh, okay.
Okay, so
Well, then I guess there's really no harm in either dispelling it or not.
just for mechanics' sake, Hunter's Mark can last up to 24 hours depending on how high they cast the spell.
But it's at least an hour.
Yes, at the very least it's an hour, and then the most it can be is 24 hours.
Can I make some sort of investigation or something to see if I can reverse engineer this spell and see who
That would be
did it?
an Arcana check to see if you can figure out the workings of the spell to reverse engineer it.
Alright. Straight roll. We'll use the purple die because that's the magic die. I should not have used that die.
I don't know.
6.
I think I'm gonna have Rory pick everybody out a lucky die, and we'll mail it to you guys.
It's been working out great for the Call Mystics.
Okay,
I'm gonna bring out
go
my
ahead
floral die. Those are good dice.
just dispel it then, because I don't like the idea of being watched.
Maybe if I had the spell, I'd know more of how to do it, but
Yeah, you're not a ranger either, so I can't imagine it's easier.
I am a ranger.
Oh, my bad. I guess I never asked your major. Oops. Super my bad. I feel like a bad friend now.
No, you met us like how long have we known Evan?
Less than a week.
Less than a
Like
week.
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 days.
You've known us.
He's your best friend.
It's fine, Evan. Don't sweat it.
I'll make it up to you, I swear.
You don't have to.
Too late.
Could Doris is gonna go. I think this. Okay, I'll dispel it because you seem very distressed. Um, but then I'm gonna go because this
Yeah,
seems
no,
like
that's
a
fair.
personal thing that I was not invited to. But I will help you out because you are our new star of the show. And sort of, he rubs his hand over um, the brand, and it just sort of disappears.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I'll see you, and it points to Torin, later, and takes his pizza and walks off.
Also, Kodoris, before you go, um,
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind keeping any conversations you overheard, it's totally fine that you overheard them. Just keep it on the DL, because like the principal kind of threatened expulsion if we were investigating anything regarding anything happening at the school.
Well, we weren't investigating at school, we're investigating at the bar. So, kind of a loophole.
Is it though?
It's the bar school property. I thought we were a dry campus.
Who says that? It rains here ever so often, so it's not dry.
Ah, touche. But yeah, I think. I don't know what our next move is. What do we do?
Well, I mean, question is, where have you been that we haven't been that maybe could have gotten you marked? Because for the most part, we've all been together, so we should have seen something. And if we didn't see anything, then it had to have happened when you were by yourself.
The only time I was
Also,
by myself was when I walked to the dean, and when I stayed behind for that goop lady.
Did you feel some of that
I
at
didn't
that
notice
time?
it. No, I didn't.
Hmm.
Goop Lady?
When
She turned it.
yeah, when the quote unquote teacher stabbed the creature that you guys had subdued.
Mm.
He was a man, and now he is goo.
Mm.
So, you guys are sitting at the pizza place, sort of trying to figure things out. Um, Finn wakes up and goes back to his dorm, just stating that he is tired. And with his recent coma recovery, that makes sense.
Oh, also, I'm gonna tell them about how I remembered seeing somebody carry what I thought was prop chests the day that the first attack happened. Um, and just see if anybody recalls any new information about that.
I wasn't there on campus.
Imrian, do you remember anything? Or have you met anybody who's average build and abnormally strong?
History check to see if anybody
Yes.
meets that description.
Yeah.
Uh, oh. History is no. Okay, so 18.
Um, you don't remember anyone fitting that description, but you do remember on the day of orientation, like there happened to be like no teachers around. You distinctly remember there were no teachers around until everything was over.
Okay. No, not anybody like of that type. But it has been bugging me for a little while that when this all went down, when this all started, there wasn't a single professor around. Like, there should have been somebody, I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's a magic school, so a lot of things can be automated. But there should have been, I guess, somebody here to be an analog announcer or something that's, I don't know, just to guide people through if they didn't get any of the clues. But there was nobody here at all. No professor, not
Yeah,
even a janitor.
for an orientation, it was oddly kind of throw you in the water.
Literally.
I'm just
I've,
gonna catch Evan up on the events of the orientation just so that he isn't sitting there with his pizza in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Spits
It
the
was
pizza out of his mouth.
I don't know if that's a big deal. I didn't even know if that was normal.
Shay, are you a first year?
yeah. Um I went to orientation and everything like that. I mean, but I was I did not make it to where the little trunks attacked. I was still, in with the shrubberies.
His Majesty is a graceful liege.
Do we know anyone who isn't a first year?
Yeah, I was just about to ask the same thing.
Yavanesher's not a first year.
Yalvinish is a second year, and Drazimir, the Minotaur who works at the Biblioplex,
That's my dude.
yeah, he is a second year as well. I mean, you know other second years, and you have been around them, but you haven't really interacted with anyone else who's a second year.
Biblioplex field trip.
What's closer? Is the bar closer or is the Biblioplex closer?
At this point, it'd be the Biblioplex, especially considering that Yavanish told you that he was going to try to close the tavern down for the day to try to like repair stuff.
That's true. Biblioplex it is.
Okay, you guys head to the Biblioplex and up the stairs. Um, you go inside and you do see Drazimir, a brown minotaur. He has a feather behind his ear. Both his horns go um, out the front of his head and then curve upwards. He has little round glasses that sit on the edge of his nose. Um, and
He,
he is over where there's like a circle of people kind of sitting down, and he is reading poetry.
the most wholesomest motherfucker on any of the planes of existence.
There are um, first and second year, all female, mixed races, just fawning over him as he reads
And
poetry. He
I think
finishes and closes the book as you guys approach.
Hi.
Hello.
Uh, we had a question, maybe two, for you, if you have a moment.
Yeah, I have several moments.
Outstanding. Um, so orientation, right?
Yes.
You did orientation last year.
Yes.
Were there any professors around for that? Did they were they present to welcome you?
Actually, no, but it was different than they did it this year. We were led, like, there were groups of us that were each led by an upperclassman. But this year was like a
people there?
scavenger hunt.
Were there supposed to be no faculty there at all?
I don't know. I mean, there were faculty there last year when I did my orientation. They just weren't heavily involved.
But they were present.
Correct.
I'll just turn back and look at the party with that new information.
Were there any students that didn't know how to get to the school last year and spent like a month trying to figure out how to get here?
Um, no, many people just like read their letter that they were given out loud and it teleports them here.
Okay, okay. Let's say theoretically you do your reading in your quiet inside voice in your head. Were there supposed to be like teachers who kind of look out for that kid? Maybe.
Usually that kid doesn't get accepted here.
Okay, okay. No,
Man,
no silent readers are accepted in this school.
master of wholesome, throwing some shade.
Ouch!
In the
I work here too, you know.
yeah, I mean you're familiar with Drasimir. He is your friend. He doesn't
I,
do he doesn't do like picking on people very, he doesn't do it very well. Sometimes it seems a bit harsh. He thinks he's
I'll
joking with you.
I'll have you know that not only do those kids get accepted, but they get jobs at the library. Thank you very much.
Oh, is that right? So you can read.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's the point where it really clicks. Where it's like, oh, he's teasing. Yeah, most of the time.
Hmm. No, for the
Um,
most part, everyone knows to read their letters out loud. In the event that someone doesn't get teleported right away, there is supposed to be a retrieval team. If they didn't get you, you probably left before they got there.
I'm efficient. I'm sorry.
Obviously not if you're a month late.
Damn.
We have fun here. We have fun.
It's Evan's
Um,
motto.
Yeah.
We have fun. This is fun. I'm having fun at college. I
I'm
don't want to
gonna
go back home.
I'm gonna ask Dresimir for a specific book and then just like a general section. I want to have to make it so that it seems like we're not investigating, we're just asking a casual question, but also because Torin wants these books. First, he wants a copy of the play Robin Hood.
Okay.
Um, and then second, he's looking for either monsters that appear humanoid that have a lot of strength, or something that would give someone a lot of strength that's associated with the stuff they've been investigating.
Okay. Dresimir sort of walks, and I'm assuming that you guys follow him as like he's walking through the library or the bibliotheque.
yeah.
Don't follow him for the books I asked for.
Um, and he's sort of like, okay, they're gonna be like in this section, and he sort of shows you where the books that you're asking for should be. I would have to look up specifics to see if we have a specific title, if that's what you're looking for. But the
No, just doing research.
very well, I appreciate someone who does their research.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated question though. Do you know what's your area of study?
My area of study.
Yeah. What's your major?
Well, I have a love for poetry, and I tend to study old literature.
So you wouldn't really be well versed in hunter's marks, huh?
No. Is this a joke?
I just got somebody, I guess, thought it would be funny to hit me with a hunter's mark, and I was just trying to figure out like when that might have happened, you know.
Do you get lost often, Evan?
Not really. Do I get lost? I think I turned to the group just to double check. I don't think so, but maybe I'm just
You
unaware.
you were a month late, maybe a little bit.
Hmm. Maybe. Okay.
You also
Anyway,
didn't show up
anyways,
to class
okay.
the other day when we were told to go to class from the principal, so.
Okay, he's not my dad. I don't have to do everything he says. Okay. Come on. Okay, the point taken. Maybe I do run. I don't know, just in case.
It might have been someone concerned that you may get lost. Not everything is nefarious, Evan.
Okay, if you say
Yeah,
so.
then.
That's not entirely true. Ever since we got here, some things have been going on that I've just recently been told is not normal. So it seems like just about everything has been nefarious since we've been here.
I mean, to
Well,
be fair, a lot of people have been dropping out because of the deadly attacks.
which happened when you arrived.
When everyone arrived, all of the first years, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Actually, nothing happened for about a month.
No,
Before
Nuh-uh.
school.
Yeah,
So-
everything up until orientation was more or less not this.
So they only started happening after Evan arrived.
No, Evan arrived after orientation.
Well, there you go. Evan, you're not evil.
That was a question?
I'm I'm glad we settled that.
Thanks, I guess.
Is there?
Although
We're
Go ahead.
I suppose Imrian and I aren't in the clear yet because just because nothing happened doesn't mean we weren't the ones to do it.
That is very true.
Wait,
Now
what?
you are my top
You,
subjects.
however, um, Drezimir, you've been here for over a year and you are very familiar with the school.
I am. I like to take a stroll, and I can't sleep.
Makes things a lot easier to walk around and know where to hide things.
Are you saying that? Did you find my books?
Drasimir, are you evil? I'm just gonna ask. Are you evil?
Was that a legitimate thing? Is he smuggling books?
Make an insight check.
It's banned poetry.
It's slam
I mean,
poetry.
honestly, read banned books. Oh, that's pretty good. Insight 24.
Yeah, he's got books hidden around the campus.
What kind of books you reading?
Poetry.
Poetry.
You dog.
Actually,
I see.
I'm not a dog. I am a minotaur.
You can't just.
I mean, I think that if anyone gets to, it's him.
Okay.
Is
Do
there
I
any-
find the books I'm looking for?
Yeah, you're able to find the books that you're looking for. Drezimir's like, is there any more? Are there any other questions or any other books that I could help you guys find?
Actually, I have a quick question. I'm assuming either you can answer it or Torin might be more inclined to answer it. The marking spell that you guys were talking about, can anybody learn that, or is that specific to your major?
Um, from what I know, it's more of a ranger type, like person who is a tracker, who tracks animals and people. Maybe like a bounty hunter.
Okay.
But I mean, it is a first level spell, so it's not something that's
Yeah, it's not something
entirely impossible to learn.
correct, but it's a special skill set for people who uh, are mainly in survival mode.
So it's easy to learn, but it's more regulated to those who deal with that particular type of magic.
Yes.
So then we're looking for another ranger who marked Evan.
More than likely.
Do I know off the top of my head throughout the month that I've been here, and the research and the trying to fit in and the looking at signs and all the sorts of crazy shit, if any of the professors happen to be the same type of what he's now coming to realize is a ranger.
Make a history check.
Can I join in on that?
Yes.
Dude, not great, not terrible, but not great.
Oh,
15.
17.
You rack your brain, but you don't know of any professors that you would classify as a ranger.
Follow-up question. The any student that would potentially match the build of what we've been, trying to consider, like the normal humanoid build, the general description that we were given to look out for. Any student that we know of that's a ranger that fits that description that may have been around at the specific time. That's kind of a stretch, I know, but any chance to narrow it down via just the ranger aspect?
Oh, yeah. Do I also know of anyone in the theater department who's a ranger? Shares a major with me?
Yeah.
Make history checks.
Boom, natural 20.
3.
That's going to be a no for Torin.
Total will be 22.
22. Yeah, I mean, there are people that you would classify as rangers that you've seen. You're not familiar with them. You would just sort of recognize them. If they were, if they were around. As far as matching the description that Torin gave you earlier, almost all of the rangers match. Like you can clearly mark the like the dragonborn off your list and the dwarves off your, like those who don't fit the height. But when it comes to a ranger, they all seem to be sort
More
of
athletic.
yeah, sort of like Torin. They may not be they're either like they're really kind of skinny, but they have muscles. They seem to be lean. So a small to medium build. There's not a whole bunch of them that are like big and hefty. So narrowing it down from that is kind of be a little hard without hair color or racial features. All at this point is what you're not looking for. You're not looking for dwarves. You're not looking for halflings. You're not looking for, exotics.
Would it potentially help narrow down the search if we were looking for someone who potentially has or who's been seen quite frequently around the professors in question?
You would not know that, but you could find that out in the next couple of weeks. You could start figuring out who frequently like shadow the professors, or like when you get to your third and fourth years, you can intern with the professors and things like that. So
yeah. Basically, I'm just trying to help narrow down, like, okay, if these are the sketchy people, these are the things in question. Cool, we can funnel out. Well, we've already funneled out exotics. Now we funneled 2 like theater department and people who are interning with the sketchy professors, just trying to continuously narrow it down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be anybody with wings, tails, horns, things like that for um
Um, quick quick question. The dryad, was it the dryad teacher who killed the goo person?
yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Um, is there anywhere that I can research if she's been with the school for a while, or what
Yeah,
kind of
you
class
can
she?
look through like yearbooks, and each year there's like a rundown of faculty and staff as well as students. So like there are rosters that you could look up to see how long she was with the school.
Okay.
We're also not sure if the person who like killed the goops was her or if it was like an imposter.
Yeah, you didn't make a check on the dryad.
Mm. Um, has she been with the school for a while, or did they just hire her as a substitute?
She's been with the school for a while, and she's done many different uh, many different classes and things like that.
Would I have reason to assume that she has a few levels in Ranger?
It doesn't say specialty.
If I go back far enough, can I see if she went to school here?
You can do some research. It's going to take you a while.
Yeah, I'll take that time.
Okay. So, is there anything other that the rest of you want to do? Um, because we're going to do a bit of a time jump before we uh end tonight's session, so that the next session we can start at the beginning of that.
I think
Um,
that I'm good for now.
yeah, nothing in particular besides, again, trying to. I guess what Imrian's probably going to be doing is investigating through bartending.
Okay.
So he's going to be as very nonchalant as possible, and just because apparently we were expressly told not to investigate. So it's not investigating. It's called good business whenever you try to be friendly with your clients, or the people at least you serve drinks to. So that's how he's gonna try to do his investigating.
Okay. I'm gonna have essentially you guys are gonna be doing investigating through your various ways and sort of reconvening with each other via quote unquote study group. As you do have a test coming up that you
Ooh.
guys have been
Okay.
investigating instead of studying. So I will let you guys sit on it for a week um, for next week's game. We are going to do sort of a 2 week montage of different things happening, and you will let me know if you guys are studying or investigating or doing a mixture of both, and then we'll see how you're going to fare upon your test that's coming up. You can't investigate what's going on if you get kicked out of the school. But
That's true.
so we're going to end tonight on the little note of you guys talking to Drasimir and Torin started his research.
Cool.
Do we get a level up?
You do not get a level up. You should at
What's
the
this guy?